Oh, I'm ready.
You good?
Yep.
Jay, obviously a long time between drinks in terms of A-League games. How did it feel for you on the weekend to finally get back out there?
Yeah, it was obviously a great feeling for myself after such a long time out, like you said. Obviously 3 points would have made it that whole lot better, but yeah, just happy personally to finally get back, and obviously play 90 minutes was, good for me.
Was it almost, not a surprise, but to get through to the whole 90 minutes, I think there was a point when they were making subs where I was going, oh, are they going to be able to give Jay a full game? Was it pleasing for you that you were able to get through the whole game, especially you can't really train that until you get to it, can you?
Yeah, and obviously all the pre-season games, I've been getting through 90 for the most part in the last sort of 6 weeks building up to the year. So it was obviously in the back of my mind to obviously try and get to that 90, but yeah, I just really fell back on all the work I've been doing in pre-season and just knew that I was fit and ready to be able to get through 90, but obviously towards the end, yeah, the body was feeling a little bit sore, but we got there in the end.
Would you make the size performance? Obviously the Mariners reigning champions, but in the end, balance of play, you probably could have got more after that first half.
Yeah, I think we were a little bit frustrated not to take 3 points. Like you said, that first half, we were dominant, had a lot of chances and were in control for most part. And then the second half, obviously, we let that control slip a little bit. And then, the last 20 minutes was, we got back on top a little bit and we just couldn't find that winner, unfortunately. But a lot of positives to take, especially from that first half, and we'll move forward to Western Sydney this week.
What do you take out of that? Is it just the positives, or is it the fact that that you're dominated against what is such a strong team, like I say?
I think we'll take a lot from it. Obviously, there's a lot to work on. Given it's round one, of course, there's a lot we got to improve on. But I think the signs that we've shown in pre-season to be able to replicate that in the A-League first game at different times was really pleasing. So if we can just build on the performance, especially first half, like I said, and obviously rectify a few things, hopefully put together a 90-minute performance and get 3 points.
I think everyone that comes up against Western Sydney this year will be asked about playing against Mata. How is that for you, especially when you're probably going to be marking him?
Yeah, we'll probably be marking him, like you said, close quarters most of the game with him. Obviously that's something you think about when people bring it up or your friends bring it up, but once I think that whistle goes, he's just on the opposition really, and we've got a job to do. But it will be a cool experience, obviously the pedigree he's got, and being a kid watching him play in these big tournaments on TV and that sort of thing will obviously be crazy to experience that with him on the pitch. But yeah, we've got a job to do, and that's to go there and get a win.
How big is it for you, obviously, after being out for so long, and Carl, before you're out, spoke about you pretty glowingly, saying you're one of the best defensive midfielders in the league, and to have this opportunity to test yourself against someone like that?
Of course, most games I want to test myself against the best players, and obviously Wanderers are a great side, they've got great players like Mata, like you said, but at the end of the day I've got a job to do, and it's not me versus someone on their team, it's us as a collective, and if I can play my part in that, that's what I'll be looking to do and help the team pick up as many wins as we can, starting with Saturday.
Who'd you grow up supporting in the Premier League? Were you a Man United fan or a Chelsea fan?
No, I'm a Man City fan, so it's a bit controversial that. I'll leave it at that.
Extra motivation then going up.
A little bit of extra motivation, yeah.
And obviously Wanderers this year, I think a lot of people have sort of pegged them as a team that's got a challenge. They're pretty settled and have looked good the first couple of games. What are you expecting from them?
We're expecting a tough game, always at their home ground. It's always a tough game against them. They'll be up for the fight, and obviously they haven't started the season off the best themselves, 2 games without a win. So I'm sure in front of their fans I'll be looking to put on a good performance, and they'll definitely be up for the fight. Obviously we versed them in the Cup probably 6 weeks ago, and that was a tough night. Obviously went to extra time, so we expect nothing less, but we're confident in ourselves.
Nice to see. You got a question?
No, I'm just...
Nice to see Bart get into full training this week as well. How good has it been for the group to see him?
Yeah, it'll be great to hopefully have him involved with the matchday squad soon. A few boys over here, if I can give you shit. No, it'll be great to have Bart back. Obviously, he's Bart's a big part of our squad. Obviously, a part of the leadership group coming in this year, and the amount of experience he's got can definitely add to our young group, and hopefully we can have him back sooner rather than later.
Just heading back to last season, Jay, just how much of a challenge was that mentally to get through the season with the injury and the rehab? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was obviously extremely tough at times. You go to some dark places mentally, that's for sure. And yeah, it was obviously a long road back, having so many lapses with my injury and just having a real long-term injury to start with. Very frustrating, but to be back obviously this season and to be consistently playing and training has just been awesome for me. It's something I definitely don't take for granted now. And understand there's still work to do to make sure I keep my body right, make sure I can keep turning up week after week and hopefully helping the team in whatever role that is on the field. But yeah, just really happy to be back after all that time out.
What keeps you motivated during that time, especially when you had a lot of times where it looked like you might end up playing before the end of the season?
I think just the love you have for football and seeing the boys play every week last year and watching from the stands was obviously very hard at times, but that inner fire to hopefully be back out there with them and to help contribute on the field was sort of that motivating factor. But at times it seemed miles away to even get to that point. So to slowly just go through the process of getting back to training, then getting up for selection, and then from this year to be able to cement my team in the team, hopefully, most weeks. It was a journey, but just that fire to obviously play football and do what I love again was the main thing.
Just lastly from me, our A-League women's side kicks off their season this Saturday against Melbourne Victory. Just, I guess, a message of support for the girls and the club. Yeah,
obviously from our men's team, we hope the girls do well as well. Obviously, we're a big family club here, so it's important that the men's and girls do really well. So hopefully they can kick off with a good win against Victory. Big game for them, and yeah, hopefully we can do the job as well and have 6 points from the weekend.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thanks, Chad.
No worries, guys.
Not sure they realised what you were talking about.
Yeah.